Hello, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, where I have rescued Lord Hand's cape on at last, and it's time to start taking the fight back to King Sigismund. Apparently, he's going to be holding a big meeting here in town with all of the town leaders and the council and everything, and I'm supposed to be a spy. In order to get into this meeting, I'm going to have to get some help from somebody with a little bit of pull, and fortunately, I am blackmailing the hell out of the Mint Master. I know things about him that would get his head chopped off if I were to tell them to people in authority. So we're gonna have a little chat with Vivek here, and we're gonna see if we can't blackmail him into doing what we want and getting us into that meeting.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the city council assembly, and I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king?
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it? And tell the truth.
I want to know what Sigismund tells the council. I hear it'll be important.
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? And what I'd be risking? Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me.
Well, no, why would I do that?
That will be the end of our business together.
That's not really for you to decide.
And how about a few groschen to seal our fruitful relationship?
You're worse than a horse dealer. Have it your way, then. You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although
maybe
not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
All right, what's his name?
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
Okay, what do I have to do for this job?
Work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Or do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
Okay, so where do I find this guy?
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is Zum Eisernen Adler.
Okay, so how am I supposed to get him to cooperate without having to, get drastic?
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
I imagine
Would
booze?
you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now do your part.
I'll be going then. See you at the council.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
Oh, that won't be a problem. All right, so where is this guy at? Paying the king waiter's clothes over here in the stalls. All right, we can do that.
We're now open. Good morning. What would you like, friend?
I hear one Franta Cooldown is supposed to come and pick up new clothes from you.
You're too late. Franta already came and picked up the goods. You just missed him.
All right, so apparently I just missed him. So now he's going to be down here boozing it up at the old Iron Eagle.
The city council will be convening soon. I better get a move on.
Greetings. What do you need?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you're supposed to serve at the city council assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
I'll do it for you.
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
I want to see the king with my own eyes.
I want to see the king in the flesh.
Why is that?
I heard a lot about him. How he won lots of battles, how he's courageous, just...
And as bad-tempered as the devil. He's got the councillors shitting themselves, fearing what's coming at this assembly. The more I think about it, the happier I am about not having to be there. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Oh, sure, yeah, you know me. I am totally all about the
course.
wines.
Who do you take me for?
All right, no need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse, clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not. You good, sir?
All right, so apparently the clothes make you look like a twat, but that's just because you are one. And now we gotta go to report for duty.
Come and take your pick.
And I've been getting messages over and over and over again that the meeting is supposed to be starting soon, so I guess I better get a move on.
Here I am.
Let's have a look at you then. You've got a waiter's cap.
Yes, I've got a cap.
Tunic you have.
I have a tunic.
Hose are
hose,
good.
yeah.
It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. You need to be light on your feet to run around tables.
Yeah, no steel.
Everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad. Do you
I'm
know
all
what your
clean.
duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there.
I can do
When
that.
one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarzhitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarzhit stays dry.
And if
Zarzhit
the king
stays
himself
dry.
wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
To stay in the background and keep quiet until someone asks me something.
Correct. The councillors have a lot to discuss, and they certainly don't need any interruptions. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
I understand.
Absolutely. I'm a waiter, after all. Not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it, right?
You betcha. I know what I need to do. Let's do it.
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
Wait, all of my stuff?
The city reserves are in urgent need of new weapons.
So a little behind the scenes information for you. This is now the 5th time I have reloaded this save because no matter what I do, the game will not let me pour wine for these guys. I walk up and I try and I try and I try and I just won't do it. Oh my gosh, so you're telling me that there's one little space here in the world that I can actually stand and pour the wine in. I have to be in this exact spot to do it. What a stupid
You're the one who
quest.
should know where they got
I
them.
apologize, but you've probably
you're a
figured out I'm a
gunsmith,
little pissed off at this
What are
point.
you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. Blah.
Well, this is
Rise up.
exciting. I mean, I'm sure you guys are just going to
solution
love
of
to
the
sit here for
current
20 minutes listening to the
situation.
guys talk.
shall wait and see
Tell you what,
His
I'll
Majesty
fast
thinks
forward a
about
little
the
bit,
matter.
and I'll come
Maybe
back
we
and
can
tell you
change his
if anything
mind.
of any value happens, or if I learn
I'd like to
anything,
report to the
because this is
Honourable
really
Council
boring
on
footage.
attending.
I have
You
no
gotta
idea
say
which one I'm
about
supposed to give
Me?
him. There we
You
go.
were there.
So much fun.
You
There
defend
we
Ruthard
go.
cause any trouble.
Nez Monastery.
Did they? Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened?
Worst quest
Ruthard and
ever.
I had a little.
Whoa, when does this end?
Decided to
White for Ulrich von
to be an honorable
Dipshit.
combat.
Monastery 1.
I get the feeling.
And what would that be?
Oh, finally. It's about time. I've been sitting here for 20 minutes listening to this stuff that has nothing to do with anything.
I'm telling you, something is being planned.
Oh, I doubt it. No one's going to tackle Ruthard.
Oh, finally, is the king arriving? Wow. King Rastafarian is here. That's some hair. Bow. Aww. Your hair is so cute. Pour some wine, Henry. Pour some wine. As we all stand at attention.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Oh, wow, that's good to know. I have nothing to fear.
Like this man of fights!
As silly as the combat in this game is, I kind of wish I had all my armor. I could probably take out the whole room in about 5 minutes. Meanwhile, in another part of town...
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. See more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject.
Okay, apparently I am Father Godwin. Do you know any of the guests?
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah, he came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
So, as Godwin, I guess I'm just supposed to go around and mingle? This seems like an exciting quest, and I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of long and tedious dialogue. So if anything interesting pops up, I'll be sure to cut it into the video, but I'm not getting my hopes up. So let's see what happens.
Where's that beer?
Oh, yuck. What the hell is that? That smell wasn't here before.
Oh, have you been rolling shit?
I finally accepted my invitation. Start naked in the middle of a field.
My absence. Ugh! Stink like a wet dog.
I understand.
Crossroads. Oh no! Why? A lovely tree like that. It's a nice place to rest when you're passing by in the summer. The only bit of shade far and wide.
That's just it. Some noble was resting under it.
God be with you, my friend.
Mother of God! I hope you're not following.
Find out how to get rid of Sigismund without effort, and ideally tomorrow already.
God be with you.
Greetings to you, friend.
Oh, what a stench!
So as Father Godwin, I had an interesting time wandering around the fortress talking to people. I discovered that Henry's stepfather, who was the blacksmith, was a bit of a rolling stone, and he's got a bastard who's Jewish or something.
That messenger of Radzik Copula.
You know each other. You're both around the same age. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Scarlet's?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one.
Henry's got a stepbrother. I also got to listen to a bunch of lords and ladies and noblemen bitch and moan about how horrible everything is going for them as they drink wine and revel in their riches.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whoreson won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Fight, fight, argue, argue, bicker, bicker, moan, moan.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
And also, at the request of Liechtenstein, I had to do some fancy diplomacy to try to strengthen Job's position against Sigismund. And that involved all kinds of exciting things, like swapping papers from a saddlebag to another saddlebag in order to get a noblewoman's support for the cause. Thrilling, isn't it? I also discovered that Father Godwin's dad is a complete and total asshole, which resulted in us having a big argument.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
And that argument resulted in Father Godwin's younger brother challenging me to a duel, which I had to fight.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
Surprisingly enough, the game bugged out, and I wasn't allowed to draw my sword, so the guy that had the long sword got the shit kicked out of him by the guy who was unarmed. So much fun!
Enough!
And after agreeing with my little brother that Dad was kind of a dick, I went ahead and got Lord Hand's cape on, betrothed to some creepy old man's daughter that we've never seen or met before, because nothing says treating your children like the prince and princesses they truly are, like marrying them off for political favors. Am I right?
Well, there's one little catch.
Out with it.
Lord Kunstad has a niece, so I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it.
And after all my diplomacy and creepy matchmaking, things started to turn around.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the verbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Quite a bombshell to drop on the poor Lord of Lipa there. Are the cutscenes over? I hope so. Meanwhile, at Kuttenberg City Hall. More cutscenes, yay! Oh my gosh.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rabble get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, Forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants! Chicken shits! Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore placed the City Council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them?
More
And speak candidly.
exposition.
We have had enough of
Yay!
false flattery. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling.
I don't
Our army
remember
is
which
falling
wine
apart,
is which
and we have
because I just
enemies
spent
here
an
on
hour
all
watching
sides.
other dialogue
Would
in
we had
the
a
other
proper
part
army
of the
instead
game.
of human mercenaries.
I'm hoping this is the correct one.
They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you.
I've enjoyed this game quite a bit so far.
If our father
But
were still
this
alive,
quest is
he would have been
awful.
astonished by the mess that a few years
I've
of
been
Wenceslas
sitting here
reign
watching
brought.
dialogue for an hour
With
and a
a
half.
single word, this business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment.
Yeah, why not? Here, have some more wine so we can
Maybe.
watch more of the
But
exposition
first I'll have to
dump.
conquer a few more cities and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
Fun and engaging
Follow in his
gameplay right here.
footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
Yep. We get it. You're a bad guy.
But the
You're trying to
wine's
conquer
good.
everything.
To your health.
Okay. Do you need a cat? Maybe an eye patch you can monologue with? Are we done? Please say we're done.
And to your health too, boy.
Maybe a
May
laser?
your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
That's right. You
First,
better be toasting me
we
after
need to
sitting through
crack
all this
down on the
exposition.
biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was
Oh, there's
leaving,
more?
Berkhoff and his men set out for Raposh.
Would you do me a favor? Could you stab me with that thing?
He and Ruth
Please?
are in it together.
Save
Once we
me.
get Odorin,
Come on.
we can handle
Do it.
Ruthard
Shove
easy.
it right through my heart.
Rabosh will
End
be yours.
this.
After all, Otto has already
No?
got knowledge of.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
Pour the king some red wine. Sure. Why not?
Quickly.
No, you want white. Okay, white. Sure.
I think von Berghoff's
Holy
little
cow.
contraption
Change
will
of
find
pace.
its use again.
White wine? What? The best part of this cutscene is I haven't been able to save the game for a long time. I can't even get up to go to the bathroom. We're just sitting here listening to these guys talk. How many rafters? Look at the rafters. Aren't they pretty?
Benefit from a warning
Ooh,
like that.
look at the flame effects. The same sprite, just different timing.
The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide
Oh,
nothing
what's that?
from us.
There's
Oh, we
been enough
done?
fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
Sure, why not?
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Yeah, drink and drink and drink it. I mean, I might as well have some of this wine. I've been pouring it all day. Later that evening at Rabosh Fortress. Another cutscene that I can't skip? Oh my gosh, more cutscenes. Do they ever stop?
He's marrying the young lord of Perkstein.
Well, apparently I am very, very drunk.
Neum et propositum inter perla mori.
Hunger, poverty, and plague, it's too much for a man to take. Even men of faith are cowering, faced by evil overpowering.
I am hammered. All right. Liechtenstein wants to talk. What do you need, buddy?
You in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows.
Touching.
Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
I'm too old
Not
for
a
that.
bit. I'm just a cynical old pragmatist.
In that case, in quite simple and pragmatic terms, the wine has run out.
Fuck! I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends, and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can bet on it. I've got a nose for booze.
I don't
Yeah,
doubt
never
it.
a truer word has been
Get
said
sniffing
about
quick.
Father Godwin. Alright, so apparently I'm drunk, and I gotta go find more wine. Oh, more of this? At least the developers have a sense of humor.
Everybody likes
So
a drop
sick of this red and white wine. Fine, I might as well take it back upstairs and be a wine delivery boy again. Oh, wait, what's going on?
Now there's a piece of
Huh?
horseflesh for you, Rudard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you feed it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to this celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
That's not Peter Pesic. Oh no, that was just rude. Come on. He didn't deserve that, did he? Oh. Time to get killed. Well, this is unfortunate. I don't want to fight, but I guess I have to.
Jesus! The surrounding Christian!
Here I come to save the day! A drunk priest with a sword. What could possibly go wrong? Well, that worked. Well, I have to admit, with the new update, combat is a little more challenging. Gotta pay attention to your resources more. I'm blocking. Thank you, game. Go and help my friends. Well, I'm not doing it dressed like that. Let's go.
Quick.
Hang on, Henry's coming. Hi, buddy.
I'll be done with you in a flash. What a fancy move, for fuck's sake. Now I'll show you.
Can I attack since I'm the one clicking? There we go. Alright, who's next? You made a mistake attacking my friends. Well, that was genuinely unexpected.
A close shave. A little too close. Oh, fuck me. Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
Yep, I showed up.
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Oder and Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Conrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Jobst long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
What's the matter,
What
Goblin?
happened, Godwin? Who died?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance against those butchers. May she rest in peace.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And they almost killed my brother.
But only almost. Good work.
What do you mean, almost? What happened?
I got there in time to help him, fortunately. Christopher tried to defend our father, but nearly lost his life doing it. For nothing.
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally. The same as Rutard and Bocek.
Well, they all have their quirks. Cousin Bocek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I wouldn't give up on the fucker either.
We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Berghow took them.
Where did they go? Back to Rattay?
They've got to raise an army for us. And I hope they fucking hurry.
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund?
More of a promise than a plan.
But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce. We should lay low until Jobst gets back.
I'll gladly play dead for a while.
Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that happened in that cutscene that I wasn't paying any attention to because I was bored out of my mind with it. But I'm assuming...
Markvart bragged about it to Sigismund, and Sigismund promised to make him Lord of Raborch in return.
When he sees what von Berghow did with it, he'll shit himself.
You find that funny? Do you like watching those foreigner dogs rampaging around and slaughtering innocents? Who else has to die before we do something about it?
Tell us about it. We were neck deep in corpses before you bothered to turn up.
Well, not you.
Fuck you, Jan. I'd trade places with you in a heartbeat. Trust me.
We've lost a lot of allies. We'll have trouble finding new ones. They'll be afraid to even peep against Sigismund.
Well, are you surprised? Look around. Sigismund showed everyone what's coming for all who resist him.
You want to give up now?
Nobody said anything about giving up. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
Oh yeah, there was something in the cutscene about the Jews being in trouble too.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi...
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing. I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first. Guard the wall until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know about it.
Well, this was a colossal fuck up.
Punishment or not, they brought it up.
I think I'm supposed to talk to Samuel. So, Samuel, what do you got to say for yourself, buddy?
I did. Because... Just tell him. You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did he talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How did...
Yes, his son. That is, His bastard son.
Are you sure? We look the same age, and Martin lived with me and Ma as long as I can remember.
When I was born, he was already long gone. Maybe we are not even a year apart.
And what does that make us then?
Nothing. Proof perhaps that both your god and mine have a sense of humor. You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
I'm assuming it's kind of like a pogrom.
What's a Gezerah?
That is hard to explain.
Nonsense. It is as clear as Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. Ransack their houses and divide the loot. And all that with the king's blessing.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out, quick, before it begins. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I have to tell Liechtenstein.
Yeah.
But then we'll set off right away.
I'm down.
Go and tell him, but hurry.
I wish I were back at the Sullen.
Alright, so where is Liechtenstein? It says he's down below. There he is.
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Von Aulitz surprised, okay, not even you.
Von Aulitz surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
Nah, we'll figure out how to help them.
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. And very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join.
Samuel already knows. And he's ready to go.
In that case, we'll set off immediately.
I'm going with the rest of our people to Devil's Den. So don't leave me hanging, all right? Stay strong.
Alright, time to go back into town and see if we can stop the Jews from getting massacred.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka, what brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course. I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
All right. But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
I'll explain to you on the way. Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
But do you think that's a good idea? No offense, sir, but you're no great warrior.
I'm not. But I'm not just going to sit here and wait, either.
All right then, let's go.
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here. We cannot drive right into those murderers' arms.
But how do we get into the town then?
We have underground tunnels.
There are many abandoned mine shafts under the town. One of them ends here.
Yes, Henry, you already
Won't
knew
it
that.
collapse
We've
on our heads?
explored.
We'll find out soon enough.
Follow me.
What a blessing it is to have found the passageway.
I would be happy.
We all would be glad, but it has been decided.
We should split up here. Me and the rabbi will go this way to the shul. We have to take the Torah and warn everyone.
What about us?
You keep going straight ahead and then to the left. You'll get right to the King Solomon Tavern. Gather up all the secret documents and wait for us.
Shouldn't someone come with you, just in case? How about Kubienka here? Henry and I can handle it.
Well, if you insist.
Was that all the contempt you could muster up?
Well, good luck. We'll see you up there.
We have to go this way. Hopefully we'll find it quickly. I left a stack of my papers in the tavern. And if they fall into Sigismund's hands, people in other towns will die too.
How can a few pieces of parchment be that important? And what do they contain, anyway?
Nothing very pleasant for the most part. Who hates who? Who could be blackmailed with what? Who's hiding where and why? In short, nothing I can afford to lose. Hopefully everything will be all right at the tavern. My stash is locked away, and Samuel's friends are guarding the place. But who knows what the situation is like in the streets now. Damn it.
What's the matter?
The door leading up to the tavern is open. Samuel's men wouldn't have left it like this. Somebody else must have got in.
I think there's someone walking up there.
Go and check it out. If they took anything down here, they mustn't get out alive. I'll gather up my things in the meantime. I'll meet you outside the tavern.
Okay. Time to go do some killing. Who's up here? Alright, Moses is dead. That's not good. Hi! Who are you, buddy? Really? This is all you've got?
Never.
Hi, guys.
Baruch Hashem.
Here we are outside.
You're all right.
Sam, you're back already? How does it look outside?
A few of the cutthroats got in over the walls, but we dealt with them. But there are more outside the gate.
4 of them were here in the tavern too.
Fortunately, they didn't take anything important. But your friends paid for it with their lives.
What?
I'm so sorry. If it's any consolation, Henry here has already taken care of those cutthroats.
But they didn't look like they just came to the tavern by chance. Eric must have sent them. What about your mother? Is she all right?
She is, thank God. I told her to get ready, and we would come for her right away.
Okay, good.
I'm really sorry about your friends. We got here too late.
There was nothing you could do. Benavis Hamardes. This Eric is really pissing me off. I've never laid eyes on him, yet I cannot wait to wring his neck.
Yeah, get in line, buddy.
Plenty of time for that later. We have to go now.
I'm sure Mum is waiting for us. We have to take her to the shul.
You go ahead. I'll lock the tavern and block the secret passageway so no one else can get in.
But sir, if any more of them come here,
I can take care of myself. Now go. God be with you.
Okay, let's go get your mom. Oh, it is so delightful to have an NPC that actually keeps up with me for a change. I don't know what a shul is.
You? Shellion, Henry. Go and get Mommy. She will be in that house on the left. Bring her here.
Hey, house on the left. Bring her here. House on the left. There you are.
My Himmel! What's the matter? Where's Sam?
Don't worry, ma'am. He sent me to take you to him.
Mein Gott! What happened to him?
Nothing. He's out on the street helping the wounded. Let's go now. We're out of time.
Wait! Who are you anyway?
Hey, she's smart. Why just go with anybody? I'm Martin.
My name is Henry. I'm, Do you remember Martin, the blacksmith?
Of course I do.
I'm his... son.
Was sagst du?
Sam told me that...
Watch out! More are coming! Run to the back, it might be safer there!
What's going on?
Sam, are you all right?
I'm fine, but we will talk when you are safe. Now run!
We have to get to the synagogue. But how?
Through the backyard. Follow me.
Okay, I'll follow you. Something tells me I'm gonna need my sword.
Watch out! They're shooting at us! From the ramparts! Get rid of them!
Ow. Ow.
They're gone. We have to keep going.
Okay. There she is.
That is Judith and Lev. Can you help them?
Oh, that was embarrassing. Whoops. Okay, apparently shooting them with an arrow doesn't do anything. What? I think I killed the wrong person. Oh well, kill them all. Let God sort them out. I don't know what's going on.
We cannot get past the wagon. We have to go this way. Through the house.
Okay, let's go. Time to die.
Kill them! God will forgive you!
Place is clear now. Come inside. Are you all right?
I'm fine. But what about you, mein Kind?
I'm still alive. We can talk later. Now, we have to go.
Seems kind of rough. I've really had enough of this Eric guy. I kind of hope we get to have a little stand and face off with him.
Come on!
What the hell?
What is it, fuckers? Rather slaughter women? And the defenseless?
Let's go! What's going on up there?
Once more into the fray, here we go.
Go inside. Quick. To the fucking task.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Need of a helping hand, are you? No. I just don't want to die here alone.
And I am all out of bubblegum. Ooh, good. I love killing an entire bloodline.
Well, now we're really fucked.
Mustn't get inside. We have to hold them back.
For how long, though?
As long as we need to.
Let's do it. How am I doing on the old health bar? Do I need to drink a potion? Okay, putting that down. Come on, asshole. Did you get out of the way so I can actually fight? Why did it slow down? Hey, chop, 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 chop. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleeps all night and I works all day. Hacky, hacky. Get out of the way. Who's next? Okay, next. It's like a kung fu movie. They just kind of come one at a time. Yeah, it's just like a Kill Bill movie. Alright, you want to do that?
Come on.
Oh, what's going on?
Come on, everyone's inside.
Oh, I was just getting warmed up.
Let's go.
Oh, come on. You missed. You suck. I was just getting warmed up, too. That was a great stat building exercise.
Got him over me.
Let's go. It's this way.
And so we burn everything to the ground to stop them from following us. The Jews in Europe kind of had it rough. This just continued on for several hundred more years. Sucked to be Jewish back then. I mean, they don't have a great now either, but whoop, we're not talking about that. No politics here. No, no, no.
Damn. That was a close shave. I reckon I should go to Samuel's mother and talk to her about Martin. I won't get another chance.
Oh yeah, I bet she wants to hear all about that after all of her friends just got massacred.
There's nothing we
What?
can do now.
Are you alright?
I'm fine, lad. I thank you for everything.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Mein Gott, boy, have you not helped us enough already? Now we have to manage on our own.
I know this might not be the best time, but do you think we could talk about Martin?
Right now? Well, all right then. How is Martin actually?
He died. It's only been a few months.
It's only been a few months. Holy cow. This game feels like it's been going on for years.
Sigismund burned down my village. Pa went to help Ma and... well, they both died there.
I am sorry to hear that, lad. But that is the Martin I knew. He always put others first. At least you survived. That would make Martin happy.
I'm sorry I don't have better news to give you.
Do not worry about it. I am just sad he died before he could meet Samuel.
Is everything all right?
Yes, do not worry. We were just talking about Martin.
How did you meet Martin, if I may ask?
It was such a long time ago. He wanted to open a blacksmith shop in town, but there was no place among your people, so he tried his luck in our quarter.
And that's where he met you?
The rabbi gathered the good men so they could decide whether we wanted to have a goy blacksmith. And Martin wouldn't stop looking at me all night. Then it went schlag auf schlag.
Yep, good old schlag.
So what happened that made Martin leave you?
My Martin would never leave me. My father found out we were seeing each other and did his best to drive him away. To marry a goy is isur deoraisa, forbidden. But Martin would not give in, and we kept seeing each other, until one day, I was ubore.
That means pregnant.
Yes. My father knew that if word got out, he would not be able to avoid the shame. So he did not miss a beat and took me out of town in secret. I did not even have time to tell Martin the news. I was gone for almost 4 years. In the meantime, my father told everyone that he had married me off. But my husband died. And he only let me come back when he was sure people had accepted it.
Yep, that's rough.
Did Martin not go looking for you when you suddenly disappeared?
People said he did go looking for me, even as far as Colin, but he did not find out anything at all.
If only he had gone all the way to Prague.
Even if he went to the very edge of the world, it would not have been enough. Father would have hidden me somewhere else.
And what about you? Did you ever find another man after that?
No. My father called me a widow, so I stayed a widow.
And he didn't try to find anyone else for you?
You know he did, but it never worked out. I made sure of that.
And did you ever go looking for Martin?
I asked around, but no one remembered anything. Or they chose not to. That was probably my father's doing too. And I could not just leave and go looking for him around the world. I had to take care of Samuel. That was the most important thing.
All right. That's about it.
Before you go, tell me, what was Martin like as a father?
Well, he was strict with me, but not too much. Especially in the forge, he worked me hard. So I dream about him quite often. About that last day and what he said to me while we were forging a sword together. He said a life of adventure can be over before it begins. And that blacksmithing might be a dull job, but I keep my head on my neck.
He was absolutely right.
Well, look at me now.
You saved all our lives. Martin would be proud of you. He raised you well.
I'm sorry to keep you this long, but... well, I never thought I'd have a brother, even if not related by blood.
Well, I did not expect that either. And thank you, my almost brother. If it was not for you, I do not know how today would have ended. What are your plans now?
I'll go back to the Devil's Den. To Zizka and the others. We need to figure out what to do next.
I will see you there then. But first, I have to escort everyone to Colleen. I do not want anything to happen to them on the way.
Everything should be all right now.
Take care of yourself, dear brother. I will see you this time tomorrow at the Devil's Den.
Have a safe journey.
Sei gesund.
Okay, well that all escalated rather quickly. What was supposed to be a simple spy job has just turned into one of the worst days in Kuttenberg's history as they went through and slaughtered a bunch of Jewish people and forced them out of the city. All of our noble allies have been captured and are being held prisoner after the fortress got sacked. And I gotta get back to the Devil's Den to find out how we're gonna regroup and try to pull victory from the jaws of defeat. But that's going to have to wait until another time because we are out of time. We've been playing for quite a while and it's time to call it quits. So if you enjoyed the content, please hit the thumbs up button. Let me know that you liked it. And if you want to see how we're going to get back at Sigismund and how we're going to pull this all back together, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to continue posting things from the main quest line until we're finished, all the way to the end. But as the fires rise up from the skyline of Kuttenberg, I think we're going to call it quits and that's all we've got time for. So until next time, I'll catch y'all later.